And so the club really is meaningful to, I think, both you and me to be able to create a community of actual deal doing junkies, if you will. And it's vertical agnostic. This isn't just about apartments or just about flipping or just about any of it. It's about the opportunities that are presented every day, all day long. I bet you would agree, more often than not, opportunities are disguised. They're not that obvious all the time. And if they are obvious, it's because someone's done the work to uncover it and get it to a place of seeing how obvious the opportunity is. Very similar to like the apartments that we've been buying is they're pretty obvious opportunities, right? Like we literally subscribe funds within days of, tens of millions of dollars. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the M.O.R.E Show. That is right. All of the episodes are now the M.O.R E Show. My name is Justin Colby, and previously this was The Science of Flipping. And every show moving forward will be brought to you by timeformore.com, where real estate investors meet to go over deals, understand the experts and how they analyze deals, and for you to be a part of massive commercial deals that we all want to be a part of. Go to timeformore.com, and this episode is going to be with my friend, my business partner, Adam Williams.
Let's go, baby. What an intro.
Very first ever The M.O.R E Show.
Is this episode number one?
Episode number one, baby.
Dude, I got invited to this?
This is it.
I feel so fancy.
This is the jam.
Oh my goodness. Man, well, I am excited because you and I have been talking about M.O.R.E for years now. A couple years, we kind of put this into motion. Did you tell them what M.O.R.E stands for?
We have not even said that. Maybe I should have started the first episode with helping people understand what M.O.R E. I mean, it's M.O.R.E. There's a lot of dots. What does it stand for? It's the acronym. It is about maximizing opportunities in real estate.
That's right. Maximizing opportunities in real estate. So we'll get to why we started this and how we started it and why you decided to go from the science of flipping over to the M.O.R E Show and all those things in a minute. But I met you, what's it been, 5-6 years ago now? 7 years ago?
I want to say, before COVID. So.
Yeah. And I originally hired you as a coach.
Yeah.
Here's what's so ironic and full circle about this. My wife comes, I'm in the gym in my house. At the time, we had a really nice gym in my home, and I'm in there working out, and my wife gets home from dropping the kids off at school, and she pulls in the garage, and she runs over, and she goes, because my garage was like the garage and the cars, and then over here was like this really cool gym we set up. And I'm over there like hitting some squats or something, I don't know, pumping some iron, and my wife runs over to me, and she goes, "You gotta hear this podcast that I just listened to." And I go, "Okay, cool, awesome." And she goes, "This guy, Justin Colby," I'd never heard, who the fuck is Justin Colby?
Yeah.
This guy, Justin Colby, The Science of Flipping, you gotta hear this. Boom, boom, boom. So I immediately put it on and I listened to it while I was finishing my workout. And I came in and she was in the office working on something else. I came in after my workout, listening to The Science of Flipping, and I said, "We got to hire this guy." Because I'd been in real estate for 20 years, but I was looking to get back in like full time and go full fire hose craziness and start a company, which we did. We'll get into that later. And she found you. I heard you. I said, "We got to connect with this guy." And we called that day and you were way too cool. We didn't get to talk to you. We had to talk to one of your salespeople.
Yeah.
And he was fucking good, by the way.
Yeah.
Because he sold me.
Do you remember his name?
I don't remember, but I know I stroked the 12K check.
That's it.
And I talked to you the next day.
Yeah.
So we hired you because of the Science of Flipping podcast.
Yeah.
Full circle, which I really would love for you to tell everybody all about that. But full circle journey. Now you and I are partners on the M.O.R E Show.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the M.O.R E Show, but I mean, I get to be here with you, which is so freaking cool.
Time for M.O.R E is our new business together.
Yeah.
Timeformore.com, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the business of real estate, you got to go to the website, check it out a little bit. Adam and I have put together something that I believe is incredible. It is what I've been trying to build in the single family space, or have built over years, I should say. But this is where you and I can collaborate and to really make an impact on people's financial freedom. We all want to be able to make a lot of money, but for what? Well, the reality is we want to be able to invest it in the right way to not have to work anymore, not do the thing we don't want to do, or at least do the things we only want to do.
That's right.
And so we'll talk all about timeformore.com, but I would encourage you right now, today, this second, go to the timeformore.com. Check it out, look at it, because it is a community built for entrepreneurs, specifically in the real estate space, that want to take a look at opportunities, understand how these opportunities actually work, why the experts do what they do, why Grant Cardone does what he does, why the big dogs, the funds, why do they look at these opportunities in the same way? So again, timeformore.com. That is where where Adam and I are business partners and excited to bring that to market as well.
Yeah, I think what's so cool about it, Justin, is, I mean, between the two of us, we have nearly 40 years in real estate.
Crazy.
That's crazy because I know I got some wrinkles, but damn, 40 years. And in 40 years, you see a lot of good, a lot of bad, a lot of ugly. I've probably had 10 different coaches over those 40 years. And I got to be honest, you were the only one that ever did what you said you were going to do every single time, showed up every single time. You and I did 9 real estate deals together in the first couple of years that I met you, and you were my coach.
Yeah.
Then I made you an advisor in Elevest Capital. You're actually an equity owner there. Then we partnered on this deal. But what's really cool is in that 40 years, we get to see a lot of things. And the thing that, and I'd love to hear your take on this, but the thing that kept resonating with me is so many people that want to get into investing in real estate, you can make money in real estate 1,000 different ways.
Yeah.
And so if you get out there on the interwebs and you start searching, or the chat GPTs or whatever you're doing, and you start searching, hey, I want to invest in real estate. Well, you're just going to get this blast in the face of 1,000 different things and 1,000 different people that want to sell you something and all these things. And I've hired a bunch of them over the years. But the problem is very few, if any, you're the only one I ever met, that takes you from A, not knowing anything, just I want to be a real estate investor, all the way to making money, Z, over here, right? It's so challenging. And so when you and I started talking about, like, where's the gap in the marketplace, right? Like, how could we create a community that's not just a community, not just education, not just another coach or mastermind, but something that takes people from basic education to community, to access to deals, to being able to work with other people that are actually doing deals, to being able to partner with us on deals, to be able to partner with other people in the community on deals, to take you to be able to be either just a passive investor or be an operator saying, I want to learn how to do fix and flips. I want to learn how to buy 200 unit apartment buildings. I want to actually do these deals. And that's where we put our, what have we been working on this 2 years now?
Yeah.
And finally it comes to fruition.
Before we dive in, I want to talk to you about Elevest Capital. If you're looking to build passive income through multifamily real estate, Elevest gives you access to exclusive apartment investments that aren't available to the public. If you want to diversify beyond stocks and create real cash flow, visit elevestcapital.com to learn more and to get on the investor list. I personally invest with Elevest Capital, and they have been incredible to work with. Their team is top notch. I get passive cash flow distributions to my bank account every month, and I'm always in the loop with what's happening with the apartments I'm invested in. The best thing is I don't have to worry about managing tenants or dealing with repairs. The team at Elevest handles absolutely everything, and my income is 100% passive. And that's just the way I like it. So if you want to build wealth and passive income without all the work and additional risk, visit elevest.com. Now let's get to the show. There's a lot of opportunity. I mean, M.O.R.E, maximizing opportunity in real estate. There's a lot of opportunity out there, but a lot of times people don't understand how to take advantage of it.
Right.
And that's, to me, that's the disconnect, right? Where educators or influencers, whatever we want to call ourselves, like helping people understand how to actually take advantage of the opportunity. To your point, maybe it's passive. Maybe it's by cutting a check.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you're a better operator and you can operate the business or the flip or the management or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But if you don't even understand why or how it looks like an opportunity, because more often than not, I bet you would agree, more often than not, opportunities are disguised.
Yeah.
You don't really know, they're not that obvious all the time. And if they are obvious, it's because someone's done the work to uncover it and get it to a place of seeing how obvious the opportunity is. Very similar to like the apartments that we've been buying is, they're pretty obvious opportunities, right? Yeah. Like, I mean, we literally subscribe funds within days of, tens of millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. But it takes someone to uncover that deal, have the relationship, to be able to do that. And so again, what we've been planning for 2 years and finally announcing and launching in the M.O.R.E show and timeformore.com, like it's because we want people to actually engage in the business, not just be on YouTube.
Yeah, it's interesting you just said something, right, that people are going to hear for the most part, unless you're a big operator or a big fund or something, raising tens of millions of dollars in a couple days or a couple hours sometimes, right? Yeah. I mean, I think our deal in December filled up in 6 hours, right? Like
wild.
It's just what it is, $20 million, right?
That's wild.
And people are going to hear that and they're going to go, I want to do something like that or get involved, but what's the first step? Where do I go? Where do I even start?
Yeah.
So let's just dive in, and I want you to run it, man, but dive into, there's 3 pillars of M.O.R.E, right? When you go to timeformore.com, you're going to see this. There's 3 pillars. There's the show, there's the club, and there's M.O.R.E Live. You want to just start with the show and talk about it?
The show is what you guys are listening to. So for the last 13 years, I started the Science of Flipping podcast 13 years ago. Adam has found me, and many of you guys have found me through that, right? That's why you're here. It's about fixing flipping. It's called the Science of Flipping. It has been around now for 13 years. I have thousands of episodes. I have millions and millions, if not tens of millions of downloads. It's done really great. But as my new journey, my new chapter, and my new, what is the Star Trek saying? The new frontier. My new frontier is starting. It was time for me to pivot. And we'll get into that here in a little bit. But this is part of the pivot. I'm no longer a fix and flipper as an operator. I don't want to be. It's not where I want to be. My new frontier is ahead of me, which is more the commercial space, more the big apartments that you and I are partnering on, that we have Elevest Capital for. And so this show now is going to be an opportunity for you guys to listen to many of the successful people in the real estate space that I know, that I will be interviewing, and bring to light what are the opportunities. How do the opportunities present themselves? How do you analyze an opportunity? What is the right vertical for you guys? As I interview, Adam is our very first episode. He is my business partner. Next time I'll be interviewing so-and-so, and that so-and-so might be a land flipper as an example, or they could be a developer, or they could be a fix and flipper. So where's the opportunity lie in those different verticals? That is this show. I want to be the tip of the spear with exposing opportunity in the real estate space. Maximizing and exposing opportunities. And
I love that, Justin, because I know your network and who you know. And these are some of the most powerful, successful real estate investors in the world. Like literally, I've seen your Rolodex. I've seen them on your show. I've met them with you. I've been to their events. I've been backstage with you speaking at their events, watching you walk on stage in front of thousands of people at their events that you were invited to speak. So I know who you know. And I'm excited to see who you're going to bring on this show, because when you bring these people on this show, not only to be like, investing in real estate is great, and I'm a this and I'm a that, and I do all this and bragging, but to break down how they do it, how they got started, why they chose that lane, why they did this, who they met, where they made mistakes, where they had successes, so that your audience for the M.O.R.E show can just start wrapping their brains when they look at I want to get into real estate investing. Now they can start wrapping their brains around from these different top experts in the space of okay, that's the lane I want to hook my wagon to, right? And once they do that, now they can come into the M.O.R.E club, hopefully, if they want to join us over in the M.O.R.E club. Now they can come over into the M.O.R.E club, and they can pick that lane, and they can get not only educated, but start working with people that are doing deals in that space.
That's right.
Partnering, investing, raising capital, doing deals, wherever they fit in, right? So I think this show is going to be such a beautiful starting point catalyst to move them to what we're calling the M.O.R.E club, right?
Yeah, the M.O.R.E club is where it gets tangible, right? You actually get to do the business, and that's really important. As you mentioned, I'm one of the few, and there's a handful of great educators out there that are doing the real thing and helping people really succeed. But to me, I didn't want to be, and I never want to be, just someone who talks at someone. Here's what you should go do. I want to do it with you. I want to show you how to do it. I want to bring you inside of the deal. I want to show you why I chose that deal. Why does it make sense? What should you be looking for? Hey, do you want to be a part of this deal with me? Or all of the people listening? These are deals that you guys have access to that you guys can go do together. This is what it looks like. And so the club really is meaningful to, I think, both you and me, to be able to create a community of actual deal doing junkies, if you will.
That's right.
And it's vertical agnostic. This isn't just about apartments or just about flipping or just about any of it. It's about the opportunities that are presented every day, all day long. And a lot of people don't even know how to look for it. They don't even know where to start. And so it's important that this community is a function of starting, growing, scaling entrepreneurs in the space, right? And so the club to me has as much importance as anything else. And then the club leads into obviously the live component, right? Which is super cool.
Yeah. And just on the club for a second, it reminds me again back to when I was in my gym doing that workout and I first heard your episode of your podcast that my wife made me listen to. That's the thing that you said in that episode that got me to call you. We'll call your sales guy, whatever, and hire you as my coach at the time. You said something in that episode about, I want to partner with you. I don't just want to be your coach. I want to partner with you on deals. Not only am I going to teach you how to do them, but then I'm going to partner with you on those deals. And I came and I hired you, and 100% that's exactly what we did. You and I literally partnered on 9 deals over the next probably 2 years.
Yeah.
And that's just so rare in the space. And so when we are developing this thing, that was one of your ideas. You said, in the M.O.R.E Club, I want to partner with people on these deals. So once you're a member of the M.O.R.E Club, if you choose to be so, not only will you partner with Justin and I on deals, if you want to do deals with us, there will be other people in the community that we facilitate partnerships with that you'll be able to partner with them. And then obviously outside of the community, you'll partner with people too. Just naturally that happens.
Yeah.
But that's really the focus of the club, right? Is not only the learning, but actually getting in and doing deals. Why do it? Why listen, learn if you're not going to make some money?
Well, listen, you saw me just record a video about the state of the economy. And I think there's a lot of people right now that need to start making some decisions.
That's right.
And the timing of what we're doing together, the M.O.R.E show, the transition of my life, of what I've been doing for the better part of 20 years and what I'm going to do for the next 20 years is a timing thing. It is the right time for me, but also I think it's the right time for everyone to really get in the game.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's a lot of people that are going to have financial choice anymore. They're going to have to start their own thing. They're going to have to be an entrepreneur. They're going to have a side hustle to make some more money.
Yeah.
Because we just looked at gas. I mean, $5.50 a gallon for premium.
Yeah.
Like the inflation, where we're going economically is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And so, but before we get too far down all that path, let's talk about the third pillar, which is the live events.
Yep.
That's kind of mine and yours little sweet spot.
Well, that's the funnest part, right? I mean, there's nothing like having a live event where all your people are there.
Yeah.
Like, how cool is that? So, yeah.
It's really my kind of superhuman powers, connectivity and people and communication and understanding where people are and being able to point how you can get and find the bridge to the place that you want to go. And so we are going to make, M.O.R.E, time for more.com. We're going to make this the 3 pillars of the show, the club, and the events. And I really want you guys to be involved in all of it. I want you to sit here and listen and watch every episode, but I also want you to be in the club because it's one thing to learn. It's one thing to listen to this. It's another thing to listen to Adam. But it's another thing to get involved and start doing. Yeah. And even if it's understanding how to analyze a deal, maybe you don't buy, maybe you don't even know how to raise money yet. Maybe that's all of that is okay. That's the point of the club.
That's
for
right.
you to understand how to build that out.
Yeah.
And then make sure when we do launch, you will hear about all our live events and what we're doing. It's not live events with the Ed Milet's of the world. These are live events to be able to bring to light how to get more deals done, to create a community, create opportunity for one another. My superhuman power being that I love being able to shake hands and network. And here's the thing that you and I both know to be true. You paid $12,000 to get in my ecosystem.
I did.
We are now officially business partners.
Yep.
In between you paying $12,000 and us being business partners, we transacted on 9 or so deals, 8 or 9 deals, made money together, broke bread together. Our families have traveled together. We built something special.
That's right.
But where that comes from is because one of the first things that I did when you got into my space, I had a very small event.
You did?
9 people.
You did?
Right? I rented out a hotel suite of just like, again, huge TV, just pure content, no speakers, none of that. And I remember you specifically brought Jace. I think Jace, you bought him some Jordans.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that because people forget how the feeling, like even a gift like that, the thoughtfulness and the feeling you get, like I'll never forget that. No one else brought me anything.
Yeah.
So I say that to say like that connection is why we're going to have these events.
That's right, man.
Whether they're big 2,000 people events or they're 20 people events or maybe there's 10 people events.
Yeah.
That ability can create an opportunity.
That's right.
We've always made more money knowing the right people, shaking the right person's hand, and finding a way to get in each other's lives and create the opportunity.
Yeah, I'll tell you, talking about events, and going to live events, speaking at live events, putting on live events is my absolute favorite thing.
Yeah.
I've been doing it forever. And the reason is all the things you just said, but I'm going to give you an example. I was out at everybody knows who Grant Cardone is, right? And I love Grant Cardone. I've been following Grant for 25 years. I've read all the books. Grant, some people talk shit about him. I think they're just jealous, right? Grant is a crusher. He goes out and crushes. So whether you love or hate him, I don't care. I'm a Grant fan. I was at a Grant Cardone real estate event here in Scottsdale a month ago. I go to the event, I sit front row center because that's the only way to go, baby.
Yeah.
I sit front row center. Grant asks about anybody working on a deal they want to talk about. I speak up, I raise my hand, cameras go on me, I'm on the big screens, 700 people sitting behind me that came to see Grant speak, right? Him and I literally talked for 2 days off and on. He's asking me about the deal, he's asking about me, my net worth, how many deals I'm doing, how many units I own, and Grant's just boom, but he's looking up properties that I'm telling him we just did the deal on. We did 8 deals last year, 212 million in real estate. I got a lot to talk about, right? And Grant's vibing because he's a multifamily guy. I'm a multifamily guy. I couldn't even get up to go to take a piss without having a line of 6 or 8 people coming to talk to me. I came back from that event. I raised over $1 million from that one event.
Right. And that's a big event.
That's a big event. Right. But that's the power of events. It's not necessarily going to the event to see Justin speak on stage or educate you more on the things because, you're going to get that. But it's who do you meet in the hallway? Who do you sit next to? I also went to another event that was in 7,500 people in a stadium, and the lady I sat next to on this side and the guy I sat next to on this side, I did not know, but between the two of them, they've invested over $2 million in our deals now.
Wow.
Why? Because I sat with them for 3 days in an event, and we sparked conversation. What do you do? What do you do? And then we followed up. Dude, the events are the power.
It's the power.
So watch the show, join the club, but come to the events because that's the power if you make it work.
That's where the real opportunity, when we say maximize opportunities, the opportunities are coming from other people more often than
That's
not.
right.
And maybe you have the opportunity and you need someone else that has the tool to get the opportunity to become one, right? Like could be financing, could be the deal. Maybe you have the money, but they have the deal. Whatever those relationships are, that is where the events can connect the two pieces, right? Maybe you need a contractor, maybe you need a developer, maybe you need someone to do entitlements, all these different things in the real estate space. The events allow you to create those opportunities organically, transparently, authentically. I think that's the biggest way to say it is like, I have a challenge with people who go to events and they hide in the corner. They know they're supposed to be there, so they do it out of almost obligation. But they're not actually maximizing their opportunity in the event.
Well, there's 2 things that every single human wants, right? Some won't admit it. Some will say just the opposite, but bullshit. Everybody wants to make money, whether it be out of necessity and you're a money hater, or whether it be out of, I want to be freaking wealthy, right? Everybody wants to make money and everybody wants community. Everybody wants friends and love and that camaraderie and community. Everybody, we're humans, right? So we need money and we need community around us. And there is nothing like an event that does that if you put yourself out there.
That's right.
Because this guy I talked to on my left side and this gal that I sat with on my right side that then came into my world, they both have made money with me and I made money. And they're now, man, they're in my community. And they've referred people to us, right? Like it's that. So maybe it's, I meet somebody in an event and him and I or her and I don't directly do a deal, or she doesn't have something I need or vice versa, but she knows this person that she introduced me to or vice versa. It's like so powerful and you just don't get that without it, man.
No, you don't. And again, the other thing is introducing yourself. A lot of people are just shy and I can respect that. You and I are not.
I get it.
Easy for us. But you don't need to have something necessarily to talk about. Just introducing yourself usually will go somewhere where if you introduce yourself to me, I might ask the question to you. So you don't have to think about what to say.
That's right.
Right? Be intentional with all these things. So like even in the M.O.R.E Club, the whole point of being in the M.O.R.E Club is for the members to partake with one another, to engage, to ask questions, to show opportunities. Hey, what is this a real opportunity? Can someone help me analyze this? Should I do this deal? Like, be involved, because again, if we go back to the economy, like this is the time you guys need to have some separation, because you and I talked this morning, the distance between the haves and the have-nots are just going to get greater and greater and greater and greater and greater to the point where it's like there's no connective bridge left.
You and I were talking about that in the car this morning. Back to the real estate part of it, I'm seeing it in my business. The affordability gap between your average median house, your home mortgage, and the average median rent of an apartment like we invest in has gotten 4x as wide as it was just a few years ago. And the amount of people that actually qualify for a mortgage now was around like 75%, 78%. Somebody's going to say he's wrong. No, it was around that 75-ish percent. It's 28% now. That's a problem.
That's huge.
Right? So you're seeing this affordable gap just in something like housing, this affordable gap in gasoline, this affordable gap. Life is getting more expensive every day. And people that were working the same job for 10, 12, 15, 20 years are losing that job to AI right now. That's tip of the iceberg. We ain't seen nothing yet.
It's going to come falling down. And there's a lot of opportunity. And there's a lot of opportunity out there that if you just know how to see it, it can be a financial game changer.
Right.
And you don't have to be a victim of what is happening, right? You don't have to just say, well, this is life. And so the politics and the interest rates, that is a victim mentality. Or you can go out and search for it, right? I'm big right now. Obviously, the entrepreneur DNA is very big for me. I want people to understand how to achieve financial freedom. And I'd also tell you, it's not the same for everyone. Not all people need to be Grant Cardone, right? Not all people need 5 billion net worth or even $1 billion net worth. But all people need to have financial freedom. They need to be able to sustain their bills and be able to do what they want when they want to. That is why we've created this, because you and I believe in the same thing. You and I are probably a little more aggressive about our desires in life and what we want to do. But if nothing else, we know how to invest the money we are making that will set us up. Literally, you and I have done financial analysis. Like in 25, 30 years, we'll be bringing in about 150 grand a month personally every single month, tax-free, and have a net worth around 20 to $25 million because we know what we know. And we didn't go put in $4 million. We just invest in the right way.
Right. And that all starts with surrounding yourself with the right knowledge, the right community, and then that live interaction to find those partners that you need. You can't do it alone, number one. You just can't. Go try. I tried in the beginning. I had one partner, but he sucked. But go try in the beginning to do it on your own, and you will just waste time and frustration and fail and probably give up. You need that community around you. And that's why I'm just so grateful that we partnered on this, that we launched M.O.R.E finally, that you agreed to take what you've built for 13 years in the science of flipping, and you believe in this so much that you've transitioned it over to the M.O.R.E show. Man, I couldn't thank you enough,
Dude,
honestly.
This is going to be a hell of a ride. Here's the fun. I've been in the space of impacting people for 13 years, and you'll see how rewarding this is now, because we'll do this together, and you're going to realize the money's great, but being able to see someone change their life, it is phenomenal. Hearing what you say about me, right? Like, I'm not looking over that, right? It's very meaningful to hear that kind of stuff. And now you're going to have that. And that's what I think is going to be fun, is you're going to lean even heavier into like, we need more events. We need more calls. And you're going to be like, let's keep going, because you're going to have Johnny or Sarah be like, Adam, I bought my first deal and I'm making $800 a month. And you're gonna be like, oh, this is so fucking cool. Yeah,
when you see that direct impact that you or the ecosystem you created has on people's bank account and on their stress, watching their stress go down because they're feeling like they actually have this sense of accomplishment and they're doing the thing, not just hearing about the thing, right? Like, no, man, I can't say enough about it, and I'm just so grateful. So grateful to be here. So grateful for you, Justin.
Yeah.
So grateful for our friendship and our partnership and, everything, man. And grateful to go help people change their lives for the better together.
It'll be great. So here's what we're going to do. This episode is the first episode of the M.O.R.E show. You and I are coming back for part 2 of this. We're going to change the conversation. We're going to get real. We're going to get deep into deals. We're going to get deep into profit. We're going to get deeper into losses. Yeah. Super excited.
They happen.
And so make sure, depending upon when you're listening to this or watching this, you immediately watch part 2 of this episode, because Adam and I are going to go deep into real estate, baby. The good and the bad in the last 40 years.
Let's do it, baby.
All right, stay tuned. And by the way, make sure you get over timeformore.com. Make sure you get into our community. Make sure you start to engage with me and Adam, and we will see you on part 2 of the launch of the M.O.R.E show.